Hey everyone, this is your stimulus update for the second stimulus package update for today, Friday, October 16th. And there's a few things in the news that I want to cover, so we're going to get into it. First thing is Donald Trump approves of Senate Republicans going higher than the $1.8 trillion proposal that was put out earlier last week, as long as it doesn't go over the $2.2 trillion that Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats have been asking for. The disagreement between testing, tracing, and the funds allocated for that seems to have been solved. Steve Mnuchin responded yesterday, showing his flexibility and willing to work with Nancy Pelosi on that issue. Nancy Pelosi previously said that the deal that the Republicans were putting forth was inadequate, mentioned testing and tracing as one of those issues that she feels that it was inadequate. Steve Mnuchin, of course, responded by saying that he is definitely willing to agree to their terms on that, subject to just a few minor changes. Mitch McConnell still wants a vote on the $500 billion package. He wants a vote in a couple of days. This package will be a smaller, kind of a skinny bill. Primarily, the only thing it would cover is the $1,200 stimulus checks to the people and just a few other things, but not much else. So is this going to happen before or after the election? That remains to be seen. So who knows? But let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Randy and welcome to the Late Night Grind. This is a brand new YouTube channel that I just started recently. I've been digging into these stimulus updates because it's a topic that I love to kind of dig into, see what's going on with it, and I very much enjoy giving you guys these updates. So I would really appreciate it if you'd actually go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to click that notification icon so that you will be notified whenever I put out updates. Right now will be about the stimulus. As well as give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It's actually what helps out with the YouTube algorithm, helps out smaller channels like myself grow. All right, well, Thursday night, Nancy Pelosi made a statement to her Democratic congressman stating that the stimulus package will be safer, bigger, better, and also retroactive. So what does that mean? Well, actually, retroactive, it basically means that unemployment benefit, that extra unemployment benefit boost that was approved back in the CARES Act, if that would go back into effect, whether it's $600 or the $400 would be retroactive, meaning that if you were unemployed during whatever time frame they agree upon, say October or even back in September, that you would actually receive all of those back payments at the time the stimulus goes through. As I mentioned earlier, Steve Mnuchin is demonstrating some of his flexibility by basically saying that they would agree to Nancy Pelosi's terms on things like testing, tracing, and just an altogether plan for testing, which was not included in the Republican proposal. But he is also starting to feel the pressure, not just from Donald Trump, but also just because of the economic news that is coming out. He actually stated, we need to get money to the American public now. The people that are most hurting is what he told CNBC on Thursday. Donald Trump, of course, followed that up with by saying he supports a bigger bill, by saying, I absolutely would. I would say more. I would say go higher, go bigger, go home, is what he told Fox Business. So are we getting any closer to a stimulus deal? Well, Donald Trump's actually said yesterday he is going to be putting pressure on Senate Republicans to go bigger, as long as it's not above the $2.2 trillion that the Democrats and Nancy Pelosi wanted. He wants more than the $1.8 trillion proposal that the Republicans put out. However, standing between that getting passed is, of course, the Democrats agreeing to it, and also Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, as of right now, wants to vote on the $500 billion stimulus plan that he wants put together, which basically just covers the $1,200 stimulus checks to the American people and not too much else. He wants to vote on that first to see where it'll go before anything else moves forward. I don't know why. We'll see what kind of pressure, what kind of conversations President Trump will have with Mitch McConnell, but I expect them to come very soon and very frequently. There was actually a study that was just done recently. The Labor Department just announced a total of 886,000 new jobless claims for the previous week, which is up about 77,000 from the week before. But here's the thing, about 14 million people who were helped by the extra unemployment benefit from the CARES Act, that $600 a week benefit boost, that rolled back and are no longer being supported. About 14 million people actually fell back below the poverty line when that ended. So we're seeing some economic news that's definitely going to put pressure on all three of these parties to get something passed and passed quickly. Of course, Donald Trump, he's going to want something passed possibly before the election, or as he said, right after the election if he gets reelected. And of course, Nancy Pelosi doesn't exactly want to give him a win by having something put through before the election. So having said that, the markets continue to climb, but of course that only shows a fraction of the overall economic health. It's only a part of the equation. The other part of the equation that's been very interesting to see is all the reshoring of American manufacturing jobs that are coming back to the U.S. It's been happening more and more over the last couple of years, but due to the pandemic recently, it's actually set to really take off. A survey was done by Thomas for Industries in New York, who their survey has been showing that American manufacturers plan to dramatically increase their reshoring efforts over the next 12 to 18 months, bringing all kinds of jobs, all kinds of manufacturing back to the United States and just North America in general. So we'll see, but that's in general some good news. So that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you clicking on this video and watching it. Like I said, this is a brand new channel, and I'd appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and let YouTube know to promote this small channel. Thanks a lot. I'll see you tomorrow.